How's it going, everybody? I'm Fatty Q, which means it's time for another Final Table video. I don't have the day off, but I have the morning off. Thankfully back playing poker. Missed it a little bit. Missed it a lot, actually. Got to feed the addiction somehow. I'm playing a 100k main lobby tournament. 225 runners, making almost 4 million up top, which I would really quite like. And on another monitor, which I don't think you can see, is a whole bunch of other games. 5 other games. So hence all the beeps that seem spontaneous. And not a bad flop for 2 sevens. One down. This Mamacita, they've limped a ton of hands, and every time I've raised it up, they've folded. So with position, I'll definitely do it again here. And she calls, and she shoves. Only 7k more, though. And need to fade a club. And that's good. Ah, that was fishy. I think Carp called all the way and then folded to such a small bet. It's pretty bad. Okay, bet, call. And then call off. And then fold on the river. What's weird is the straight draws kind of got there, so I don't know what he had. Oh well. was kind of hoping that the L Pibe, this green player was going to lose that hand because I really don't want the limper on my left, but not this time. Pretty nice to have stats on players again. Even at my first table of this tournament, I had stats on at least 3 or 4 of the players. I think it's just so much easier, especially in these big tournaments. If somebody raises really big, it's nice to know if they're just donking around or if they just happen to be, or if they're really aggressive or they're really tight and you should fold immediately. Because this backseat, the yellow player has been folding this deal, so I'm actually going to raise this. And we get it through. That's good. Here's a nice hold on another game I'm playing. Pretty monstrous pot. Aces don't always lose. There's your proof. Here I'm not going to get involved. Seems to be more and more that anybody who just kind of min-raise opens kind of have their head screwed on straight. They know what's going on. Guess we would have chopped it, but not going to play ace rag like that. Well, if you're gonna play 5-9, win like a champion with it. Wasn't actually that much more to call, but pretty awesome. He seems pretty uninterested in this. I'm going to bet pretty small. As low as you can, in fact. And we're good. This not really a hand I want to raise a limper with. I think I'm gonna let this go because I think this guy's gonna limp anyway, and I don't really actually want to play this hand. Oh well, he probably could have had any two there, but he's not really the raising type. That's okay. This is a pretty big pot. I guess he only shoved for like 3 big blinds. The blinds are just so high. Here, my favorite hand. I guess I'll come in for a raise. I haven't played a hand in a while anyway. He's all in short. And a fold. And we bink it like a champ. Nice. Sad consolation prize of 900,000 chips. Not bad. Here, I'll gladly limp along. Not anymore though. Here again, don't want to get involved with queen high. Especially as the blinds get higher. I don't want to get 3-bet or just limp along and then fold on the flop. Here it's only obviously 30,000 more, but I don't really want to play this out of position against a pretty aggressive player, so I'm going to fold. Kind of a bummer, but hopefully we'll get to see his cards anyway. Yeah. Well, Oh well, no regrets. We've got another player out anyway. Now I won't be playing this 4-2. Maybe I should. This guy's tightened up a lot. Big blue here. And as I say that, he comes in for an open limb. Of course he does. Oh, that's a bummer. Would have loved to have played that. Here, even though I'm in second, we don't have a whole bunch of chips, and I bet a suited ace is much higher than whatever big blue's got. So I'm going to shove. Because even collecting the blinds is pretty significant. Almost added 10% to my stack. Not going to be calling this one off. Or this. That's just too much. And that makes a decision pretty easy. Wow. Pretty big cooler. Wow. Might turn into a bit of a shove competition now. Or not. I was actually going to shove through that shove backseat, but not anymore. There's 47 hands. P. Beavers played short-handed and he hasn't 3-bet yet, so I'll assume he has something really big. Hopefully an ace higher than the one I just folded. Hopefully I don't river this straight and regret everything. Hopefully he has ace-king and I'm crushed. Nope, but he played 8-10 and turned a straight. Alright. I would have had this one. Oh well, one more down. And Queen 5 is not going to beat it. Neither is this one. Would like to double up though, although I do have more chips in Big Blue. This cell shove. Especially three-handed and 2 cards higher than an 8. You know, you have a 50% chance of having better cards than the other guy. So here I probably have good equity against his good cards, but not gonna play 4-3. This is a much better hand than 4-3. And he has less than 4 bigs behind, so shove time. And fortunately or unfortunately, I guess depending on how tight he is, we don't get a call. I'm gonna raise this just so I have a smidgen of fold equity. If PB 3-bet shoves, I still have more chips than Go Big Blue does. Just like that. Even though his last 3-bet was pretty small, I'm a little cautious to call this off. Small cards, I mean, he was 10-8. So I am folding. That may be the wrong play, but I don't know. We'll see. Try to stay results oriented. If I win, I guess it doesn't really matter. 3 times raise with 9 high, not gonna work for me. Definitely shove this. He's got 2 big blinds behind. And he hits it. Interesting to see the percentages on this. Oh, better than I thought. 36% pre-flop he was. Definitely shoving this. And we get called by worse. That's what we want. And no club. And we chop. That's too bad. Ace. Any ace pretty much. And I'm in last. It's definitely a shove. This short. And we need to hit it. There we go. Oh, no, another chop. That sucks. I guess we were lucky to win anything from that, though. Here, a pair. I assume if he's shoving any ace, which he likely is, I'm ahead, even if it's slightly, so there you go. And he bigs the ace. That's a bummer. But 3rd place for 2.2 million. Pretty sweet. Long tournament. I don't think this tournament usually takes that long. 2.5 hours I played. Wow. Alright. So that's it for me. You can watch the end of the game if you want. I'll open it in just a second. I was hoping for the head stats actually to not be there, but because they're out of place anyway. Or they should be gone now. Got a little too click happy with king 6. There you go, king 5 like a champ. Bets the pot on a 4. You like to think he probably slow played a queen. Speaking of representing a queen. He hasn't done a lot of that. Yeah, pretty good hand for him, I suppose. Just open shove, they played so many limp pots. If I were you, I'd raise pre-flop more often. See? Wow. Nice. That's why you don't go bananas with king high. I think Beaver would start just shoving now. He got it all back. That's what worked before. Lex to just play the limped pots again. It's kind of weird, you know. If you saw that raising preflop worked, I don't know why you wouldn't keep doing it. Oh, now it's over. Big blue's good. So normally I'd say on to the next one, which is pretty much right now. Let's do some rearranging here. So I managed to, I'm not sure why we're not at the final table right now if there's 9 of us left, but, oh, there it goes. I won one of these in my most recent videos. The 1000 tournaments, which are hard to get this deep in just because the structure is ridiculous and there's donkeys everywhere, but I managed to do it again somehow, which is pretty sweet. Or managed to final table again anyway. And I have a whole bunch of chips, so I'm actually going to raise this. And not that much more to call off for me. Definitely going to see what this is. And that's too bad. Chop possibilities. Nope. As PokerStars lags a lot. Dang, not a good start. It's funny, I need to get top 3 in prize money just to... Or sorry, top 3 in prize money here is like the buy-in for the last tournament. It's kind of funny. Here's a pretty big pot. And now an even bigger pot. And now an even bigger pot. Boy, everybody's got hands. Nice hold though. Be nice if they just kept taking each other out. I'd love just to get a free trip to Heads Up and then see what I can do. Won't be calling off with 8-2. Or 10-2. There's one more gone. Down to 6. Let's just shove over the top for fun, shall we? I bet the blinds would fold. I don't know about the limper, but we'll see. Yeah, awesome. I think this is the same as the last 1K tournament. Yeah, 1500 chips, 3-minute levels. Let's raise. Oh, okay. Well, only 15K more. I'll definitely call. And flop a straight draw, but hopefully we can check it down. Or hit the straight, that'd be terrific. Come on, buddy, check it down. Dang. Well, let's fold and hope he has it. Just the jack. Oh, there's an ace. This guy was on a straight draw too. We had each other's outs. I was never hitting that straight. Nice suited cards, but not out of position too. And it would have been ours. Another one down to 4. I was joking about the free trip to Heads Up. I'm actually gonna shove here because it's what? Not a third of his stack. 3/7 or something like that. No, that's wrong. The math is wrong. But the play worked, so that's what matters. This one too, suited cards. It was like half of the big blind stack, and not a terrible hand either. Unlike this one, which is just terrible. King 6, I won't be. Oh, just a min raise. I'm actually going to assume he's stealing, and I mean I am in 4th of 4 right now. I'm actually going to shove back. Yeah, awesome. And I'll limp along here. Arthur isn't raised yet, so flop a flush draw. Don't really want to bet a flush draw out of position or that paired card. Definitely in for a value bet now though. Wow, what a call. So he knew I had next to garbage. I'll raise this too. I guess, of course I was raising that. I was just shove or a smaller raise. I wasn't folding. I'm a fan of keeping the pressure on. I'm going to shove this because it's like half the big blind stack. That's a big pot to pick up for our stack. Even the walks are nice. 35k. Here, I'm going to shove this too. Obviously the hand is terrible, but it's half of Arthur's stack. I don't think he's in a calling mood. That's good. And this one too. Eventually they'll find it annoying, but as long as it keeps working, I'll keep doing it. And it's a flip. Ooh, lots of outs now. Aww. Well, that was fun. I like donking around sometimes. The 4th for 77k. Good time. Not a win, but happy to make the final table again. 1,300 players. It's always pretty cool. On to the next one.